Patents in space. Let's continue. This is Kyle Graves at Snell and Wilmer, and today I wanted to talk about the existing treaty regime governing space and one way that intellectual property has been handled to date. So, basic five treaties for space. There are more, but here's the five basic ones. The Outer Space Treaty of 67. It declares everything out there to be things common to all, essentially international waters, no territorial sovereignty claims. The Rescue Agreement of 68. The Rescue Agreement governs cooperation in the rescue of space travelers. Liability Convention of 72 imposes liability on launching states for damage caused by space objects as they return to Earth. Registration Convention of 76. This requires launching states to maintain a registry of objects. This is somewhat similar to what happens with ships in that each flag nation has a registry of the vessels operating under that flag. We'll return to this concept in the other videos that are coming soon. There's the Moon Agreement of 84, which somewhat expands the Outer Space Treaty of 67, but just on the moon, and it's not signed by many of the key players. So that's our foundation of space law. It's in treaties. Now, IP in space also finds its home in treaties, and for that we look to the IGA of 1998. This is the intergovernmental agreement that governs operations on the International Space Station, and it declares that IP invented in a US controlled module will be deemed to be invented in the US. IP invented in the European controlled module is a little more complicated. IP invented in the Soviet controlled, Russian controlled module is deemed invented in Russia. It's very simple. And then for states that have particularly complex foreign filing requirements where you have to get a foreign filing license in the country of invention before you can disclose in other countries, there are some provisions to make this process a bit easier. So right now, it's a treaty-based regime, and it's one treaty for a particular vehicle. As more inventive activity happens in space, this may wind up being standardized in some way. But right now, it's very ad hoc. Next videos, we'll talk about some analogies of space law and the developing jurisprudence versus well-established maritime law, and maybe we can start drawing out some principles that might or might not, it's fun to speculate though, become relevant as IP in space becomes more and more economically interesting to private companies. Okay, talk to you later.